Alright guys, so today what we're going to be working on is the Purple X3. Car has not been fully assembled since probably May of 2022. We're also going to fix a few things that we've been putting off, kind of like with the DEPA and stuff, so you'll see everything. So let's get into that. Since about 2013, I want to say. When we got this car, we already had the end goal in mind. We knew we wanted to go full Chibaragi just like this, but at the time there was very little to no information. There were only a few blogs. You had High Top Fade, you had bosazoku.com, I think, or bosazoku style, I don't remember, but it would just be a lot of obsessing over those, a lot of obsessing on YouTube, watching videos that were, you know, dubbed ricers in Japan. But you know, me and Astra love this style. Astra knew she wanted an X3. This was her baby. This is her baby. And unfortunately, we had zero skills, zero knowledge. Like, I mean, no idea how to get from stock car to this. And a lot of things that I want to change, and I think both of us want to change in the future.
Definitely.
So this car is not perfect by any means. Tribute to our skills and our knowledge as we've grown over the years. Little areas right here on the fenders, I did that in like 2016, I believe, but I still attempted to do this on all the flares. Very little to no knowledge on how to weld or even do something like this as well, but yet still went ahead and made some door vents, made those fender vents. They're not the prettiest. The paint itself, it had gotten repainted how many times? Like,
I think we painted it like 4 times.
At least. Yeah, and each time it got better, but it was a long road to get to this point. The wing itself, I mean, you can see it's cracking. Someone decided to push the car forward from the wing, and it's all just foam, glass, Bondo. We didn't know what we were doing.
Fiberglass plugs versus molds. This is a plug. This should have been a plug, where you build it, you prep it for mold, you get a mold, you pull apart, and then you mount that part onto the body of the car so you have a full fiberglass piece. We didn't know how to do that. That was way above our skill set at the time. So we just did what we knew how to do.
This car at some point, either this year or next year, you know, dug into and redone the right way. But for now, is focused on doing maintenance on it and fixing certain things like the DEPA, fitment for the skirts, little things here and there. So what you saw us do real quick was the hardware had backed out of this area, which was causing it to kind of flop around. So yeah, we just added the hardware back in. What you got there?
So I have an unhealthy habit of scouring Yacht at night and ordering things that I want, like these guys. So we're gonna swap them out with these crusty US spec ones. Like, why was this not an option for us here? This is so sick. So super cool because they're literally interchangeable. Pop it in, put it back on.
That in comparison, like, yeah. Exhaust, there she is. The DEPA, gonna dig that guy out next.
Okay, so unfortunately, because we don't take it out as often, it gets super dusty. Bondo, fiberglass dust mostly. So I guess we'll find out together how well the paint holds up.
Alright, so real briefly, just want to go over the skeleton behind the DEPA itself. This was made early 2017. It was made using all 1/2-inch square tubing all around for the skeleton itself. The supports themselves are actually 1-inch square tubing, and as you can see here, it's way over engineered. But again, we didn't know how to do it at the time, so this is how we went about it. I'll show you guys in depth, but yeah, you don't have to do it like this, but if you don't ever want it to break, this is the way to go. I've built this to go right around the flare itself. Built the whole frame. We used some epoxy to try and bond the actual square tubing to the glass itself. You can see the sides here. Tapers out. Right here we're using 1-inch All these are all the battle scars from the car actually being on the road. The glass has actually held up more than the metal frame, as you can see. You know, road damage, but it's pretty awesome to see that it's held up for this long. Overall, super happy with it. Okay, so while she finishes what she's doing on the bumper here, tow hooks, that's the mounting point right there, right there. This whole thing just slides right inside. In the front that wants to go and weigh it down, in the back here, this hits the actual frame rail and it just kind of sits right there. So I'm gonna weld just about a 1/4 inch piece that fell off on both sides on the top here. We'll put it back in. Protection, safety squints, too sketchy. So as you can see, I made little hats, little Lord Farquaad hairdos, and they're gonna go like so. And then it'll just be fully welded around the sides, same thing, just capped off. Gives us the little bit of height we need. And we're good. Everything was welded properly on the depot now. Got the little bump up we needed. We did the install. Now we're on to the exhaust. Anyone that might be wondering what the exhaust setup looks like on this, made way back when, and it all needs to be redone. So it's just the OEM header, the stock log, and then it's going right into the pipe down there, which then makes a hard bend and it just comes right up to an exhaust hanger that we welded onto that, into a little rubber piece right there. So when the engine vibrates, it cushions it a little bit. That's bolted up to the header right there. And then we come up, and now this exhaust right here, yeah, is welded on here. And then this is bolted. So if for some reason I ever wanted to cut this and take it out, I would just unbolt it here on all these points and then cut and boop, straight up. So 10 feet long going straight back from this corner right here. These were plug welded. So we have a smaller diameter pipe that goes right inside that up there. So this slips in, obviously it sits. So when it slips in, it just sits right on that, sits right on that one. These brackets are to hold the exhaust pipes in place. As long as those brackets are always in place, we don't got to worry about anything spinning. But once they go, yeah, that's a party. The good thing about them being plug welded is all we do is get them right here and drop them right in. They drop right in and we're good to go.